Welcome to our channel. Please like and subscribe. What is inertia? Why objects refuse to move or stop? What if the reason things don't move is the exact same reason they don't stop? That invisible resistance, that quiet stubbornness, that force you can't see, but you feel every single day. That is inertia. And once you understand it, you start seeing it everywhere, in moving cars, in falling objects, even in your own body. So let's slow this down and really understand it, step by step, because inertia is simple, but powerful. Let's begin. Inertia is the tendency of an object to resist changes in its motion, which means if something is not moving, it wants to stay not moving, and if something is moving, it wants to keep moving at the same speed, in the same direction, unless something stops it. Now pause. Because that idea is everything. Objects don't just start moving and they don't just stop. Something has to act on them. This idea comes from Newton's first law. An object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion, unless acted upon by an external force. Let's make that real. Imagine a book sitting on a table. It's not moving. Why? Because inertia is keeping it that way. Now push the book. It moves. But the moment you stop pushing, it slows down and stops. Why? Because other forces, like friction, are acting on it. Without those forces, it would keep sliding forever. Now imagine you're in a car. The car stops suddenly, but your body keeps moving forward. That sudden jerk, that feeling, that is inertia. Your body wants to keep doing what it was already doing, moving. Now let's go deeper. Inertia depends on mass. Mass means how much matter something has. The more mass, the more inertia, which means heavier objects are harder to move and harder to stop. A small ball, easy to push. A heavy truck, much harder, because it has more inertia. Now think about this. A massive train, moving at high speed, doesn't stop instantly, even if the brakes are applied. It takes distance, time, because inertia is resisting that change. Now let's slow it down and really feel this, not just understand it. Feel it when you wake up and don't want to get out of bed. That resistance, that heaviness, that is like inertia. Your body wants to stay in its current state, still. And once you start moving, sometimes you don't want to stop. That's inertia too, movement staying movement. Now back to physics. There are three key ideas. Objects resist starting. Objects resist stopping. Objects resist changing direction. All three are inertia. If you roll a ball, it keeps going. If you try to stop it, it resists. If you try to change its direction, it resists. This resistance is not a force. It's a property, a natural behavior of matter. Now imagine space. No friction, no air resistance. If you throw an object, it keeps going forever because nothing is stopping it. That is inertia in its purest form. Now let's connect this to real life. Why do seatbelts matter? Because of inertia. When a car stops, your body keeps moving. The seatbelt applies the force to stop you safely. Without it, your body would continue forward. Now think about sports. A soccer ball doesn't move until kicked. And once kicked, it keeps going until something stops it. Every pass, every shot is inertia at work. Now, slow repetition. Objects at rest stay at rest. Objects in motion stay in motion unless a force changes that. Again, objects at rest stay at rest. Objects in motion stay in motion unless a force changes that. Take your time. Let that settle, because once you see this, you'll notice it everywhere. In cars, in movement, in stillness, even in habits, because inertia is not just physics, it's a pattern of the world. Things tend to continue as they are until something changes them. So the real question is, what forces are acting right now? And what would happen if they changed? Because once you understand inertia, you don't just understand motion, you understand why things stay the same and how they finally change. So stay with me and let's explore it again from the beginning, even slower. That was excellent. Please like and subscribe for daily lessons. See you next time.